What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000, back in the place to be, and welcome back to the MMO Hopper. Today we're taking a look at a title called Iron Maiden Legacy of the Beast. Yes, the metal band Iron Maiden. This is a JRPG turn-based style game starring Eddie the Head. If you're not familiar, he was the mascot for Iron Maiden for forever, and still is, I guess. So let's just jump right into the game and kind of check out what's going on here. So, very interesting title here. Now, this is a mobile game, so this is a title that is available on iOS as well as Android. Let's jump into the roster here. I'll show you combat, and we'll kind of give you an idea of what you can do in this title. So, the game is starring Eddie. Now, there are different types of Eddie, and if you kind of go through all of the album covers and some of the artwork throughout Iron Maiden's history, Eddie's look very different very often. Like, they've made him to all kinds of different things, and so the developers of this title kind of took that idea and ran with it. So there are many different Eddies in the game that you can unlock. Unfortunately, I only have this main one that you start off with, but there are lots of different ones throughout the game that you can unlock. You can also unlock some of the other type of creatures that kind of accompany some of the artwork. Pretty much everything in this game has to do with some part of an album artwork or some type of a song title or some type of location mentioned in the song. It is very lore heavy. So yeah, if you're an Iron Maiden fan, I'm kind of like, you know, I've listened to their music, but I'm not a die-hard fan by any means. But if you are, I'm pretty sure there's a lot to like about this game, above and beyond just the combat, which is actually pretty decent. So I'm just gonna kind of go through a few of my characters here. Now, the game follows a very typical mobile style format when it comes to creatures being rated as far as their strength is concerned by stars. The more stars, the stronger your hero. Over time, you can collect items to power up your hero to get them to 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, all that good stuff. So very typical the way this works here. Now here's a few of my different weird, like this is literally just a floating skull. Literally. Everything has abilities and whatnot. Then of course there is what they call a talisman system. Very similar to Summoner's Wars, where you can kind of unlock these little talismans, and these talismans have different types of attributes. So this is HP, defense, and attack power. Same thing here. I think I pretty much only have this one for right now. This is attack and defense and magic resist. So depending on how you want to build your character, you can load them up with different talismans to make them different strength levels. And of course, you can upgrade those talismans. And if you use them in sets, you can also get set bonuses as well. So very similar to games like Summoner's Wars and whatnot. So if you play games like that, you will be right at home with the upgrade system that this game has. So yeah, so that's basically that. That is your roster. Now, there is PvP, but I have not opened that up just yet, but it will follow the same exact PvP format as a lot of these games do. You'll take your team out and you'll go against other teams that are basically controlled by AI. There's no real-time PvP in this game. All right, so let's go through the meat and potatoes of what you'll be doing when you play this game. So here are all the stages that you'll go through. Now, of course, in like a lot of these games, you'll go through these stages and try to 3-star them. If you 3-star them, you'll get more rewards. And after you've 3-starred this entire map here, you'll be able to unlock this little secret location to get even more rewards. So it works very similar to like a lot of these games that are on the mobile store. It doesn't try to break the mold when it comes to that type of thing. So if you played games like this before, you already know what you're getting. The only difference between this and a lot of those mobile games is that it's starring Eddie, and it has Iron Maiden as a lot of the soundtrack. So let's jump into combat right here. So I'll take my little party here, go into battle. As far as the stamina system goes, and yes, this is a mobile title, so it does take a stamina system. I haven't hit that wall yet. I've only been playing for about an hour or two. You know, that's not a lot of time, but I haven't felt that crunch where I'm like, oh my god, I'm out of stamina, or I need to go to the cash shop. Like, nothing has pushed me to the cash shop just yet. So not bad so far as a first impression. Now, there's a ×2 mode, which I always love, but for the sake of this video in the beginning, we'll turn that off so you can kind of see exactly how you play. Now, it's a little bit different than a lot of these other mobile titles, because you do have to have a degree of interaction. Now, when I attack this little dog to the right, watch this. I have to time the circles to when they overlap in order to do the most damage as I possibly can do. So in order to play this game as perfectly as possible, you have to play it. Autoplay is not going to give you the most damage you can possibly put out. Now, autoplay is still very useful in games like this. When you go to when you're farming stages that you've already completed and you want to get resources, you're still going to use autoplay. So do keep that in mind. And I'll kind of show off autoplay here. You can do ×2, press autoplay, and look, as you can see, it gave me a good word. Oh, there's perfect right there. So it doesn't automatically give you the worst outcome, but it doesn't give you the best outcome at all. But that is the autoplay ×2 feature there, and that's pretty much the game. Like I said, you've seen this type of game before. You'll go through all these stages. There is a story that you can follow Eddie through his crazy adventures here. The game has a soundtrack that has clips from Iron Maiden, but you never really get the full songs or anything like that. It's not fully... It is fully licensed. I don't want to say it's not fully licensed, but you don't get like a full-blown soundtrack when it comes to this game. You do get a few riffs that will remind you of some of the titles, but that's about it. Here's my ultimate ability right here. Get him, Eddie! So not bad. So that's pretty much the game. I have to say, when it comes to these style games, and like I said, if you've been watching the channel for a few days, I'm kind of going through a bunch of these titles that are on the mobile store. This is one of the better ones. I think it's really well made. I think the developers really care about the subject matter. I just leveled up. I got even more stamina. I'm getting so much stamina I can't use it. Like, I've had a hard time using stamina in this game. So yeah, let's get out of here. There goes Pharaoh Eddie. So as you can see, like I was saying, many different Eddies that you can collect, and they're all very, very different. So let's go out to the main screen here so we can kind of show you here. So here are all the stages here. Obviously I'm on the first stage here, but there are quite a few stages that you can unlock and keep going through. Night City is not available yet. One thing I always talk about when it comes to games like this is give me a microtransaction. Like, if I like your game and I like the developers and I like what you're doing, don't throw a $30 charge right in my face to begin with. This game does a pretty decent job. $5.99, you get an XP boost, you get tons of gold, you get a couple of rare souls to kind of boost up your team as well. So, okay, I don't mind little smaller transactions in that. I would actually prefer maybe this costs $1.99, for example. But, you know, whatever. It's way better than 30 bucks where you see a lot of these titles do. We've already talked about team. I don't have arena open just yet, but like I said, PvP is pretty straightforward. Here's my friends list, so you can bring some of your friends into battle with you. The game is very brand new, so there's not a lot of people playing just yet. Hopefully that picks up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And like I said, when it comes to the store, I haven't felt a need to use the store at all. I haven't felt starved in any way. In fact, I feel like I've had more than enough stamina. I don't know if that's going to be like they're just trying to hook me onto the game and then hit me really hard later. But usually when it comes to these mobile titles, you can feel the crunch a lot sooner, but here I haven't really felt it at all. So not bad on the developers here. So that is Legacy of the Beast, Iron Maiden. Is there anything else I want to show you? I want to show you one thing. Where is the, I don't have any souls right now. So this is where you actually unlock souls. So if I had a crystal here, I can throw it into the abyss here and I can see what type of star heroes I can get. But nothing to do there. Anyway, that's it. Once again, guys, my name is FG3000. This has been a look at Legacy of the Beast, and I'll see you next video. Later.